just stop playing for a second. You can tune in a second. I just want to introduce Dr. Murphy. He's one of our music professors here and teaches guitar, the Beatles class, history of rock. He's
jazz.
He's developed a lot of the courses here. Probably once upon a time you taught this class.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure.
So, but anyways, he's going to introduce our special guest artist, LIKA. Put your hands together for Paulo first.
Yeah, so let's see, I know some of you I don't know. Nice to meet you, and it's great to see so many guitars, so it's really cool. Yeah. We're in store for a fun time. So I want to talk a little bit about my friend LIKA. I first met LIKA in 2017. I was traveling in Portugal, in Lisbon, Portugal, and I went to a beach town for a couple of days, and wherever I go whenever I go anywhere, I always try and find live music. I saw a little billboard that there was going to be someone performing that night, so made a mental note. And I went back that night. She had the place packed. I was super impressed with her musicality, her arrangements, her guitar playing, and her just aura, vibe about her. And we wound up talking during the break, and I told her I went to Berklee College of Music, I have a doctorate in music, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you must play, you must play. So I went up and played a song, and she's like, you play the rest of the night. So I wound up playing, I think, the whole set. Anyway, that was 2017, and I thought to myself, how cool would it be to bring LIKA over to CI? She's, at that time, just a few years older than many of the students. Someone who's already has it together in a professional career, is an amazing musician, super friendly, super outgoing. And so I brought her here for the first time in 2018. We've now called it LIKA Week. She comes in for a week, and I make her work a lot. And then 2019, I did the same thing. It went over so well. We got resounding comments from students. That was so awesome. We got to do that again. And then the pandemic hit. So this is the first time I've been able to bring LIKA since 2019, 4 years ago. So can we give a warm Channel Islands welcome to our international recording artist, LIKA.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. Well, I'm so glad to be here to see so many guitars. I love guitars since forever, and yeah, when we are so many, we are power. So as Paul said, yeah, this is my third time here. And every time it gets better and better because I feel like I come back to my kind of friend's house because I know so far many people here and everybody are so friendly and I feel like I appreciate that. And I'm so glad to see that you are all together and it's different levels of guitar players. So some of you are very, very beginners. Who plays guitar more than a year? All right, okay. So who knows how to play A minor on a guitar? Cool, not bad. If you do this, it means you know it much more or less, or what? So I was wondering if we can make a song all together then. But before that, I would love to play for you one piece that I love very much. So when I actually started to study music, I was 11. And it wasn't planned because I didn't think about music. My uncles used to come to our place and play for holidays. They just play a few songs. We all sing, our family. So this is always fun, of course. But then once my uncle gave me a guitar for Christmas Eve, and my mom said that I have to go and study. And I was like, all right, my mom says that I have to do that. So I went to study, and I had a huge luck with my first guitar teacher, who I understood it with years. He wasn't a very good guitar player, but he was a great musician. He made me love music. He taught me how to love music, how to love study, how to practice. And he motivated me a lot. That's why I started to, because with him, I only started to learn classical music. So, and it was a few years. But then I started to be interested about writing my own songs. So I started to bring all my new songs every week, a new song. And I believe it wasn't every week a hit song, but what my teacher was saying is like, wow, great, continue, like I will help you. What do you think we can make here? Do you want this song sound more emotional or more happy, more melancholic? What do you want? How can I help you? So I was motivated all the time, and since then till now, I never felt this kind of barriers. I never had this fear to do a mistake or to write a bad song, because he was the one who was telling me, you made a mistake, well, do it again. Maybe next time you do it better. Maybe it will take me 300 times, but then I'll do it with no mistakes. And the thing is about songwriting, if anybody writes songs? Wow. All right. Well, if you one day want to write your own song, do it. If you have just this wish, just sit and start, because this is like a little step, and then only this step will take you to this step, right? You cannot just go this. So just start it and trust yourself, because if you will like it, your goal is reached, because the only person who has to like your song, love your song, believe that your song is really pretty, wonderful, this is you. If you think so, everybody will think so. Who doesn't think so, we don't want them, their opinion. So I would play now this piece, and this is by one piano player. Well, actually, no, he's not even a musician. He used to play piano, but actually he's a very, very famous writer. He wrote poetry and some pieces for theater. He never wrote his music. He did it only like twice at least, because only these two vowels arrived till now. He was an ambassador of Russian Empire in Persia, and once he had a work travel, and he was killed there. But everything that he did for the world history, because his pieces are translated to like hundreds of languages, and this piece that he wrote on the piano is very simple. Also, he once got on a how do you say it, like duel, when you shoot and somebody shoot on you. This is duel.
Yeah,
Duel, and he got shoot to his left hand, so he couldn't really become a professional piano player. But I love his two pieces because they are very, very simple, very pure, but at the same time very emotional. And the other reason why I'm gonna play this, because this is a favorite piece of my mom, and I was surprised once we were on one dinner with my mom and with our friends, and somebody asked like a kind of funny question, like, if you would have a time machine, what would you do? So everybody say like, oh, I would go to see dinosaurs, or I would go to play jam session with Jimi Hendrix, and it was me. And my mom said I would go to the beginning of 19th century, and I would save Griboyedov from him being killed. So I'm gonna play this waltz for you. I didn't expect California being so cold, though. I feel that in this little piece, he is like telling the story, and maybe he didn't know, of course, how he would die, but this, for me, this piece is like a circle of all his life. And now I would propose you to play a song with me. So everybody who knows the chords will play chords, and who knows melody will play melody. Okay? If you don't know, do you know the notes on the first string? Would say G, F, E, E, F, G on the first string, you know? Everybody knows that note? On the left side, any feedback from here? No, not yet? It's all right, it's all right. We started somewhere, right? So that's all good. I'll just take it somewhere. And well, first I'm gonna show you the song that I would love to play with you. This is self-love enough to teach you my song. Sitting in my room, playing my guitar, got so many things to tell you so far. I'm sitting in my room and you are really far. I wanna tell you what's in my heart. There was a heavy rain falling to the streets, falling from the skies, the benches and trees. It was a crazy thing to fall in love with you, to fall in love so bad, to fall in love so deep, yeah. There was a heavy rain, heavy rain. I dragged my ball and chain, ball and chain. You were like hurricane, hurricane. But now you're far away, far away. And I'm sitting in my room, playing my guitar. I've got so many things to tell you so far. I'm sitting in my room, and you are really far. I wanna tell you what's in my heart. 1,000 shooting stars shooting straight on me. I won't give up on you. Please don't give up on me. I think about you more than you could think. You run away from me. I'm running out of ink, yeah. There was a heavy rain, heavy rain. I dragged my ball and chain, ball and chain. You were like hurricane, hurricane. But now you're far away, far away. And I'm sitting in my room, playing my guitar. I've got so many things to tell you so far. I'm sitting in my room, and you are really far. I wanna tell you what's in my heart. 1,000 shooting stars, 1,000 shooting stars, 1,000 shooting stars. Thank you. So, we're gonna try the harmony first. Who knows A minor again? Great, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. So maybe then all of you play harmony. Oh, we see. For now, all of you, please. So it's gonna be A minor. Do you know F major 7? Yeah, F major could be, yes. Yeah, good. Yes. Yeah, this is F major. If you can play F major 7, would be cool too. Yeah, or this one.
You can do it this way, right?
Yeah, you can do this one.
Okay.
You can do this one. Wonderful. All right, and then C major. And yeah, and G major. Yeah, so let's do it together in the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor, and F major, F, and C, and G. Cool. All right, cool. Let's learn the melody now. Yeah, so the melody goes G, F, E, D, E. So we know, what is the first note in the guitar? What's the note? E. Yeah, that's the E note. So if this is the E open string, so what is on the first fret? F. So where is G? On the 3rd fret. So the melody goes G, F, E. What a manicure. I see that. That's cool. Again, G, F, E, yeah. And then it goes D, E, and D is the 3rd fret, 2nd string. Yeah, let's try it all together in rhythm. 3, it goes 1 and 2 and. Once again. Three again. And once again. Oh yeah, good. So this is our first phrase. The second phrase. The first phrase is exactly the same, sorry. The third phrase. So it goes G, F, E, D, the same thing, but then we spend more time on E. E, 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 D. Yeah, exactly, yes. So G, F, E, D, E, 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 D. All right, let's try it all together. 3, 4. Yeah. Let's try it with the chords. Remember our first phrase? E, F, E, D, E, and here the chords are entering. Okay? D, F, E, D, E.
So you don't go to E after you do that the third time?
Huh?
So you end on D, you don't go back to E after that?
No.
Okay.
No, yeah, we'll stay on D. Try it again. 1, 2, 3, down and All right. Now we have to put it into rhythm because the actual rhythm of the song is sitting in my room, playing my guitar. I got so many things to tell you so far. So let's try to make this phrase a bit faster, okay? Sitting in my room, playing my guitar. I've got so many things to tell you so far. Yeah. Sitting in my room again. Yeah, just once again. Sitting in my E, G, E, Yeah, very good. Let's try to divide us for some sections. Who wants to be a bass player for the intro? Cool. All right. Someone else maybe? No. All right. I'll do another bass player. So we're gonna do some. So A, F, and C, G. Yeah. So shall we start all together? Who plays melody? Start first. Who plays melody now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You play melody too. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. So you start first. Yeah? You start after 2. 1, 2. Sitting in my room, playing my guitar. I've got so many things to do. Oh yeah. Sitting in my Super good. Okay. So this is the intro. We will keep it simple. We stay here, and I want everybody to have a little solo moment in this song. We see. So we have this department of of accompaniment. So chords, bass. I'll do some rhythm, and you can play the first solo. So you can create your solo out of these 4 notes: E, F, G, E. Yeah, you can play with it as if you were playing with just some game. Imagine you have these 3 notes. They work. Just don't stay on F note too much time.
Can you scoot back to where you were?
Okay. Yeah.
Just 'cause-
All right. Yeah. Don't stay on F much time, but you can use E or G. Yeah, so E and G are wonderful notes to improvise for that song. Ready? What's your name? Jessica. We're gonna make comping for Jessica now. Jessica gonna make a solo, so we play a bit lower, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Who comes next? What's your name? Jackie. Come on, Jackie. 3, 4. Cool. What's your name? Sandra. Come on, Sandra. It's hard to come up with some good melody, right? What I loved about what you did, Jessie, right? Jackie, sorry. What you did is you created a melody. You started with a long note, and she didn't really care about how fast she's playing, right? She was just doing one note. That was good. Yeah. So maybe we can do 4 bars each. Yeah? Can we do that in the line? Ready? You're next. What's your name? Opal. Yeah, come on, Opal. We're gonna make 4 bars, and then we go to the next guitar. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, next one. Okay, what do you think? How many ways of playing 3 notes do we have? Can you give me some ideas? How can we play 3 notes but in different ways?
Like hammer-ons or pull-ups?
Yeah, okay, yeah, hammer-ons.
Higher up the neck first.
Huh?
Higher up the neck.
Sorry? Upper on the neck, all right. Yes. What else can we do? Slides? Yeah, can be slides. Yeah, this is also a possibility. Let's try this. Everybody, let's try this. And you slide to the third. Yeah. Yeah, first you pick the note, you pick the F, and then you go. Yeah.
So you don't do it open first, you start.
No, I did. Yeah, but you actually pick 3 times the string. E, F.
Oh.
Earlier. Give it some time on the third note. Yeah, good. All right, you said, what's your name? Ali. Ali said in the beginning, pull-offs and hammer-ons. Hammer-ons, it's when we hammering the string. So we can do this. Without picking the string, actually. And then do it again? Yeah. Yeah, yes. Yeah, if you do it fast, it can work just straight away. Then, what's your name?
Riley?
Riley.
Yep.
Riley said we can make it an octave above. An octave above, it's very easy to do on a guitar because we know that where the body of our guitar starts, it's the, not your case, because, well, but you have there 2 dots, whereas the 12th fret, it's like open strings on a guitar. So we start again here. This is our open E, kind of open E string, E note on the 12th fret. And you don't have to count because you're supposed to, like where the body starts or where you have 2 dots, exactly. So this is E, then F, then G. Yeah. What else can we do with 3 notes? Yeah, we can do bends. Can we do bends? Well, that would be harder because on the beginning of the first string, it's really hard to do a bend. Like it's impossible actually. But you can try on any other note. Just pick a note and you can try. You do the note and then you do bend in. Try it on the 3rd string first. Pick any note on the 3rd string. A bit higher there, like on the 7th fret or on yeah. Yeah. What else can we do with 3 notes?
Put them into chords.
Sorry?
Put them into chords.
Wow, that's a good idea. Harmonize them. Yeah, we can do that. can do, like E can be a part of so many chords, right? The note E, we can put it in C major. So I played C major, I played F major 7, I played G major with E, which is like G13, I played D minor 9, I played C sharp minor, which has E, the E major has E, E minor has E, and so many different chords has E note. What else can we do with 3 notes? Any crazy ideas?
Tremolo pick.
Huh?
Tremolo pick.
Right, cool. Or if you don't have a pick, you can.
one more?
Yeah, I think so. Always. There is a place always for one more. Hey. So we can do a tremolo. Or with a pick, as you say. What's your name, sorry?
Andre.
Andre, yeah, exactly. Andre, he makes it with a pick. But if you don't have a pick, you can make it just with a nail. How else we can do the 3 notes? We can play the first 2 and only to the third we can make glissando, the slide. Or maybe we can hammer with the right hand. We call it tapping. Try to tap on this note. So you play, yeah, but on the G note. You tap it on a, right on a G, and leave your finger there. Yeah, good job, yes. All right, let's try. Do you remember still the melody? Do 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 do. Yeah. Twice the same note and then. E E E E E D. Let's make a plan. So we started slowly. Sorry, it's just hard to talk. So we started slowly and maybe only with left department. This is a girls department. You're gonna be in boys department. So we started with the melody and da, 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 and then on the next time you guys enter up. So we 5 enter first, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To you, my darling blue hat. You are the next, and then you guys up to Ali, and then up up to you. Yeah? Let's try that. Ready? 1, 2. You start after 2, right? 1, 2, 3. And here we go. Yeah. Bass. Cool, thank you. That's great. Do you have any questions, any kind of things that you are interested in? Not about playing, nothing?
You play that all at the same time?
Sorry?
Did you play that all at the same time? For your,
Yeah.
so I got bass and melody at the same time.
Sorry?
You played the bass and melody at the same time
Yeah,
when you do it?
but I was waiting for you to enter. You want me to play it for
No,
you?
I mean when you did your song.
If I play the bass, this type of bass, do 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 do, this you mean?
Did you do both at the same time or just you performed it?
Okay, yeah, I do bass at the same time, but this bass makes a part of chords, so it's not in this rhythm. But I love to have a part of bass separated from the chords, because then you can make it more rhythmical, more groovy, right? Because when I played just it's very simple. Down, down. Yeah, I cannot do everything, but with the bass, it gets hard. Like I'm always impressed about Paul McCartney, how he plays his sometimes very strange melodically his parts, and on the top of it he sings, and rhythmically he does it in the right time. So this is a bass player thing. Yes.
How do you go about choosing like chord progression?
Wow, good question. First thing I used to do is thinking about diatonic chords. Diatonic chords for me is like magic formula number 1. And diatonic chords, they are normal chords that you build on a major scale, on a da 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 da, yeah, C major scale, for example. And we build a chords on each degree of this scale. So we got who knows diatonic chords, like C major, then it goes D minor, if you are in a key of C major, of course. Then it goes E minor, then it's F major. Who knows this line? Yeah, you know, yeah, you know too. Yeah. So if you learn once this formula of this diatonic chords degrees, this will help you with composition so much, because then you can, first thing, when you transcribe something, most of the songs, they use very similar chord progressions, because all songs has like a common chord progressions, which are sometimes 2, 2, 5, 1. How many times in your life you heard this chord progression, or this? Like 1, 6, 4, 5. Yeah, these are common chord progressions, and they are all make a part of diatonic chord progressions, and they are only 7. On the first, we do a major chord. If we are in C major, it's C major. On the second degree, if we are in C, it's D, so it's gonna be a D minor. Then it's E minor. Tell me.
I'm curious to like, did you have any problems like finding how to play in a key, or like when you were doing music theory, like what helped you kind of keep it like into your playing? Because I feel like if I learn like hard music theory, like I'll be able to learn it, but like remembering it later is kind of hard because it's a lot of information.
Yeah, the best way for me to use my knowledge is when I start to use it really. If I learned something in theory, for example, I learned about interrupted cadency. It's when you don't resolve straight to the root, like you don't do this. So this is what we expect, right? We expect create a tension and then resolve. And this is so natural, so like kind of obvious almost. But sometimes you don't resolve it to one. You first resolve it to a relative minor, which is in our case A minor. So and then you go and you end up like at home. So, for example, I learned this, which is called interrupted cadency. And I think to myself, wow, it sounds so good. Why it sounds so good? Now I know what it is, so maybe I can use it in my songs. And when I use it for myself, then it all starts make sense. Or for example, I learn harmonic minor. And I think like wherever I will use this scale, and then I think to myself, okay, what is the harmony that is besides the harmonic scale? Okay, I have to have a major dominant, and then I resolve to one. So in this chord progression that you heard many times in your life, 2, I would use a harmonic minor. And sometimes I learn like, okay, if you just learned a harmonic minor scale, you go then and then you play it and then you use it. And only when you really found, all right, that's how I can use it in my real life, then it makes sense.
Because I'm able to retain some of the stuff, but like going into like the Mixolydian and all of the like the different kind of major scales, I find it a little confusing to remember like the formulas in order to use like which correct notes out of the chromatic scale.
All right. For example, yeah, if you learn Mixolydian scale or Dorian scale, for example, you learn the Dorian scale, so and you don't know how to use it, you look for the chord progression that can be used in this scale, and then what I do, I look for a song that has Dorian chord progression. For example, if you learned, do you know a Dorian scale?
I just kind of mix around with that kind of music theory. I'm trying to focus on finishing my major and minor scales.
Okay, yeah, all right. But then you find a song that has major and minor scales, or if you find, you can even Google it, like what are the best songs, like easy songs for learning a major scale, or like if you're learning a Dorian scale, there's a bunch of songs, jazz standards, like. The best example is So What of Miles Davis, that you can put the backing track and play over it, learning it really and putting it, and then creating your melodies maybe or your song. This, for me, it works the best when I do something mine. Then I start to understand it deeper. That works. Any more questions? Yes.
How long had you been writing songs when you wrote this one that you're showing us?
When I wrote the last one, well, I wrote this song kind of maybe 4 years ago or 3 years ago. So I've been really writing composing during maybe 10 years before that. Or yeah, around 10 years. But at that time, the story behind that song actually is funny, because I was studying in the jazz school before doing that song. And then studying jazz, I learned so many new chords, beautiful chords that opened in front of me. So I started to use it everywhere. In every song, I started to put like 10 different chords, and then modulation, and then maybe chord substitution, and once my friend, he told me like, why don't you write just a very, very simple song? And I said like, all right, I will try. And then about lyrics was the same thing, like just trying to keep it as simple as possible. So I just described like really literally what is happening right now. So yes, I'm sitting in my room. Yes, I'm playing my guitar. And then, but this is like a final image of what is happening. But then in the verse where the story starts really, because there was a heavy rain falling on the streets, and then I tell what happened after it and what I was feeling about that. So I think that every song has to have a message, and if this message even has a story behind it, then it's easier to get this message be delivered to people. And I love songs when there is a story behind it, because it's like because we are very used to hear stories since we were young. We listen to stories that our parents tell us about like princes and kings, these kind of stories. So for us to hear the story is very simple. So through this story we can pass the message. Thank you. Yes?
What made you decide to start recording, to make your first recording, and how did you go about the process of getting that done?
I was thinking about it like since forever. Like it was very fun when there appeared the first phones with audio recorder, and like wow, or even tape cassette recorder. Yeah, so we were having fun at home with my band, but at that time, yeah, we didn't have chance to go to a real studio. But then I was just getting so frustrated because I have so many songs, and I thought to myself that if it won't happen ever, like my songs will for forever stay only for me. And like sometimes me and my band, we played in some other cities around my city, or going to some contests and this kind of things. So of course there are people who will listen to us, but I always wanted to have it like, all right, this is something that I did, and maybe someone after me can listen to it. Maybe my grandchildren at least. So that was my first recording we started to do. I was 18, like, so it was like 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, 13 years ago. And we did a very, very simple, like everybody just make a whole take at the same time. It wasn't like track by track. Like now on the studio, mostly we record now with my band. So I bring the track, and first the drummer records, and then bass player records, then I record, and keyboard player, playing guitar, then keyboard player, brass section, and then on the top of it all, I record my voice. And of course, it makes life simpler, because if I made a mistake in the end, it's not that the whole band has to re-record it 20 times, right? It's a bit of cheating, but not that much. But the first recording we did, it was like that, like very straight. Like if you do a mistake, you better not to do that. So and then the first recording track by track we did in Portugal 3 years ago, and it was a good experience, like doing the whole album. And I learned so much during this, and now we are recording too, and we had so much like funny moments, like when tell me.
I'm sorry, I guess when you have a chance, so you know the recording, like the mic placements you use when you record the 9-string guitars?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
In the room and everything.
Okay, yes, yeah. So when we were recording the last song we are doing right now, that was the first time I was doing an arrangement for brass section. And I did it, I wrote everything down, and then I brought it to, there was trumpet player, trombone player, and saxophone tenor. And they looked at it and they said, like, do you think we're not breathing at all? But what's the problem, man? Like, there is no time. Like, from this bar to this bar, there is no time for us to breathe. You don't think about it. I was like, I'm so sorry. This is my first arrangement for brass section, really. So we did some adjustments, and it seems that it works now. But yeah, to record is always very fun. And for the first album, we record one song. And we did so many mistakes. If you go to listen in Spotify, this song is called Love of My Life, but not by Queen, but by LIKA. And you will hear, because the actual sound of my acoustic guitar, the nylon guitar, is not that good, because we tried to put it here. We try to put it here, then here. Because when we put it here, it's too much low frequency. The best we found was here. Like, we put it like straight to the 12th fret. And I think we did on this record, we did mix of, because my nylon guitar has a jack, so we mixed both of them, and also, like, you can hear everything, any movement, like of the finger on the string, like this kind of things. This is so exaggerated on the recording, and I had so much, like, I never did so many takes more than this day in nylon guitar. Any more questions, guys? Yes?
How do you like traveling versus being home? Do you prefer one or the other?
I love both of them, but I feel lately like a big lack of time for myself to practice, just to stay home and practice. This I feel. But I love traveling, because every time you travel, you never come back home the same person. So you bring this part, wherever. I will bring all of you in my soul for forever. Like, this is impossible not to do that, because we are here, we are exchanging energies, and this will stay. And whenever you travel, you got new possibilities, right? You can play with someone, you got some new ideas, new inspirations. Like, yesterday we played for jazz class, and while we were playing improvisations, and we were like changing, first was Paul played his solo, then Steve Marsh, he played his solo on sax, then I played, then we had Adrian on the double bass, we had Doyle on drums, an amazing drummer. So when I was playing in the process, I felt that we catch ideas one of another. Like, trumpet player Steve Marsh, he played a phrase, and I tried to repeat it, and this phrase it didn't sound familiar for what I would play. For example, I would play for the beginning of the solo something like something more melodical, and he did something very rhythmical, and I thought to myself, wow, rhythmical, this sounds like a good idea, so I'll do rhythmical. And what happened, I did a very rhythmical part, and sounded like, and then Joel, who's a drummer, he probably thought, oh wow, all right, I'll follow you. And he made everything for me to sound good in this part. So he started to follow me rhythmically, and this was so good. Like, this is a feeling when you are one. There is no egos, there is no betters and worse than you didn't know. It's just, we are all together here, and we're gonna make us sound good. This is all about it, all together. And every time I travel, I feel like, yes, I want to play with more people possible. And that I do exactly the same I do back to my hometown. Like I do it in Lisbon. Every time I have a chance to go and play with someone, I would, because it's always, I'm learning. Like yesterday on class with you, you gave me some things that I will learn from you. Today I also had the class with Sahun. The same thing. I'm trying always to catch the best things from yourself. So, but staying at home and practice, yeah, it makes difference, of course, because when we got all that information, we have to have a chance to digest it, right? Sometimes I take a nap. Like when I learn something, don't unvalue the power of a quick nap when you're learning something. Like I do that quite many times. Like if I really need to learn something very fast, like some new tune, a melody, I learn it, and if it's during the day, I'll do like 15 minutes nap, and then I woke up and it's like recorded. Looks like this. Yes?
With all the traveling you do, who's the most famous musician you ever played with or met?
Well, I think it was Roger Krieger. And it was here 4 years ago. Who else? No, I don't think there was somebody more famous than him. Yeah, I had a chance once to play with a great piano player. His name is Dave Beckman, and I think so. But what I loved about it, that was many years ago, he was one of those guys who made me sound good while I was improvising. And I remember I did it bad. I didn't know the song. I went to stage just because he was so great, and I thought to myself, oh, I don't want to lose this chance to play with this great musician, so I just go. And then I started to play, and I said, no, I don't really remember that song, and that was a shame, of course. And I'm like starting improvise, and the harmony of this tune was like crazy, 200 chords, and I'm starting, this chord, no, so, and he did something very wonderful. Every time I did a mistake, he was putting this note inside his chord, so my note was sounding as I'm doing everything right. Like imagine I have a C major, and then suddenly they play C major chord, and I play this F sharp. That would be strange, but no. He played this Lydian chord, we call it Lydian chord. And then suddenly I sound good. So these experiences, yeah, these experiences are for whole life when you play with someone that makes you feel different. Yes? Well, what I see is that singers, not necessary that you have to be a very good instrumentalist. You have to know all the chords, yes, be able to make comping for yourself. Like, you know, there is a caged system for guitar. Caged, C-A-G-E-D, caged. So if you basically learn these 5 chords, C major, A major, G major, E major, and D major, caged, you basically know all the chords. So you can build using this system, you can build any chord in the world. So yeah, just learn something simple, learn all these 5 chords, and then you know how to comp yourself. And you don't need to be a great instrumentalist if you don't want to. If you prefer singing, why not?
I think I have a question.
Yes.
So I noticed you play both kinds of guitars, like the classical guitar and then the electric guitar.
Yeah.
Do you like one more than the other, and do you practice them like the same amount, or?
No, I used to play more classical guitar. When I started, I only played classical till I was like 16 maybe, and then I was introduced to Led Zeppelin, and then my life changed. And I got an electric guitar, and from that time, that was my dream, to get a Gibson Les Paul. That was the dream of my life. But then once I had a chance to get it, but in the moment when I was about to buy it, I just didn't like it, and I got to know that now I did right choice. Now I have Gibson SG in front of Les Paul, and I'm pretty happy with SG instead of Les Paul. But since then, I used to practice more always electric guitar, and even after the music school, I went to college, musical college, where we had like 4 times a year tests, and in each test we had to play one jazz tune, one one jazz tune, one pop or rock tune, and 2 classical tunes, but always on electric guitar. And when I played classical music on electric guitar, we always had a comping of piano maestro. So since then, I would say that I prefer to play electric guitar, and I spend all my time with it. Really, yes. But I still all my songs I start with acoustic nylon guitar. It's very rarely that I start with electric guitar, because all my songs I start to create when I'm like almost sleeping maybe, or something like this, or just at home or in the bed, something like this. So this is the moment where my nylon guitar is with me. But at the same time, I never wanted to cut me off completely from classical music, because I really love it. I admire it absolutely. So the thing that in this musical college I had a chance to play and rock, and we had to play classical music all the time. I was happy about it. And now having my own students, I teach them classical from the very beginning, and I think that makes all the change, because of course you can learn chords, but sometimes I just say, all right, if you only want to play chords, why do you want to study with me? You can open YouTube and see like how to play A minor. Here we go, and you can play with learning 4 chords on a guitar. You can play thousands of songs, really, right? So you don't really need to have a teacher if you just want 4 chords. So when people come to me and say, yeah, do you want to play something on the other level? And every time I hear yes, I'm very happy, because then we are like, yeah, we are a team. Yes?
I didn't know you played the electric guitar, but if you don't mind sharing your equipment, like what kind of amp, what kind of boards do you have there? Cables.
I'm absolutely not into it, honestly. I have Fender Stratocaster. I'm into guitars, yes, but I have these 2 guitars, Fender Strat, American Standard, and SG, Gibson SG, yeah. And I'm so absolutely happy with them, and I have them like for 10 years so far. Yeah, and I did many adjustments on them, so it's just perfect for my hand. And I don't care about amplifiers, this kind of. I had PV. You care?
Yeah, like.
Yeah. Like I see the difference between transistor amplifiers and just a normal like analog. So at home I have transistor, the PV, the 30, this the Tweed. This one is really nice, yeah, and it has a very warm sound, yeah. And when I play in some just easy, yeah, it's like you still enjoy, but you know that you could enjoy more. It's like you're, yeah, you just know about it. And then some pedals, of course, yeah. I also have a Vox pedal. It's analog, but it has a little transistor into it, so it makes warmer the sound. And this is it. About cables, I was curious to. I saw one guy has this cables that they turn off when you.
So they kill the signal or something?
They do the cancellation. Yeah, I don't know how is it called. Do anybody knows? No. So like you are on stage and you can take out the cable from a guitar and it will and it won't do this sound. Custom round?
Or volume.
Cuts the ground. All right. So I want one of these cables. I don't have one, and I always forget. I just finished and yeah. But what do you use?
Me?
Yeah.
Nothing like that. I used to have one electric guitar, an LPD that I have for like 10 years.
Oh.
I have like a really cheap Bulgarian amp, 333 XL, because he has the 3 channels that I need, which is like lead, clean, and I got lucky, he has another crunch one. So that's what I use most of the time. And then pedals, I have like a compressor, distortion, some effects.
Oh, cool! I love compressors. Yeah, compressors makes all the sense.
And then I have like a looper pedal.
All right. Yeah.
Still trying to figure that one out.
Yeah, looper pedal, by the way, yes, use looper pedals for yourself because it's so fun. Like you can jam with yourself at home. You can record some harmony and then you just play over it. You can record, you don't have to play, know how to play chords to make loop. You just make like the bass maybe, as we did now. That's it. And then you record on the top of it, you record another note, so it will sound like this. Something like this. So it's very fun, it's very useful. I love loopers, yeah.
All right, I think that's all we have time for.
Thank you guys. All the best to you.